The big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Purdy from the gun. Open man is Jerron Jennings. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On second down, McCaffrey. Oh, a heck of a move. There he goes, left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there and an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, that gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Open man is Samuel, complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
Well, he's talking about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their fifth-year quarterback, two-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
Murray now on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now we're just one more away from getting on the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
And that's one of those calls where you play it safe, but you're hoping that maybe something might spring for you because instead of forcing ball downfield on 3rd and long, maybe you can hit them with something underneath, break a tackle or two, pick up a block, and see what happens. Not here, though. Good job reading the screen, and it sets up 4th down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return, Dortch. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Quick slant to Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Murray's throw complete there to Moore. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Here comes Dortch on the return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Murray. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Touchdown! From 17 yards out, and the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize. so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Greg Dortch returning. Fielded just outside the goal line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On third down, it's Connor. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray now running left off the option. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and a couple. Murray now. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
First down, Murray. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. Dances by at the 20. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Ray McLeod to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go now. Let's go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Niners got a solid first half outing by their second-year quarterback, Brock Purdy. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Murray now running right on the option.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10.
Now Connor on the toss left side. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Murray. Michael Wilson, 59 yards.
And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 24. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well,
CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And good for 19 and a first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Purdy now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Chris Barnes in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Murray's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Murray. Incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Murray now on 1st down. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride from 21 yards away. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
125 yards rushing for him as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A handoff. McCaffrey running right. Powers through. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And that makes it a 9-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to get this one to McBride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Throwing now is Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now Murray again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find him.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
155 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Touchdown! 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, 34 yards. And the 49ers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Purdy will throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The football going back over to Arizona now. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray now. Is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. McLeod to return it. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to roll his way forward to the 48.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them, and it'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable, and both of them came together.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.